Good morning, everyone. This is Second Step, and we are here at the Appalachian Trail Conservancy here in Harpers Ferry, West Virginia. And it is March 1st, and we're about to start our Appalachian Trail through hike. As we already talked about when I was down at the southern terminus on Springer Mountain, I am headed south to Springer Mountain from here, and then I'll flip-flop back up here after probably about 2 months, hopefully 2 months, and then I'll launch from here to Katahdin. So I'm glad you're here for the ride, and look forward to walking with you over the next 4 or 5 months. Hey everybody, so here we are, we're a mile into it, and we started out in Harpers Ferry, checked in, well really didn't check into the visitor center because it was closed, but we started at the visitor center, made our way down to the actual trail, and then across the Shenandoah River, and up into the first ridge line, and like I said, we're a mile into the trail. So just great scenery already. It looks like the volunteers in this area are doing a great job of just managing the trail and cleaning the trail, because we've just seen a lot of evidence of cutting of fall downs and stuff like that to make it a lot easier on the hikers. So a shout out to volunteers of the trail very early on here. And while we're giving shout outs, I want to give a shout out as well to my South Africa family. I representing for the first mile or two of the trip, all my South Africa brothers and sisters. So hope you're doing good. Hope everything's still good over there, and appreciate what you all do. So thank you. Hey, so here we are on the top of really what amounts to the second ridge line, because we went over the first into a little valley and now onto this ridge line. And now we're headed down the trail straight, pretty much south. We're a couple miles from Keys Gap. And then when we get to Keys Gap, we'll keep walking to Blackburn tent site. So that'll give us just over 10 miles for the day. Good first day. And then tomorrow we'll go from Blackburn to Bear's Den, which will be another 10 to 11 miles. I just figured that's a good first 2 days. Kind of start getting trail legs under us and get used to the pack and get comfortable with being out here. So far we've climbed out of Harpers Ferry up 650, 700 feet. And so good first climb, kind of get the sweat going and let us know we're really out here in nature and hiking. So yeah, let's hike on. Hey, so one of the things I want to do as I'm making my journey along the trail is just be thankful. Thankful for the life I'm kind of leaving behind. I'm sure you're all catching on by now the whole purpose of the name Second Step. And so after 35 years in the military, I'm leaving, walking beyond that life and walking into the next page or the next chapter of my life. And undoubtedly, as I walk beyond the military life, one of the units that I really need to take time and acknowledge is the Legion. 5th Special Forces Group was my home for more than 20 years of my military career, and just thanks to the Legion, thanks to all the men and women of the Legion, and the good soldiers that make the Legion the great organization it is and always has been. As well, I spent the preponderance of that time in the Legion in good old 3rd Battalion, so a shout out especially to my 3rd Battalion brothers and sisters. I hope you'll enjoy walking with me over the next couple months along the trails, and again, thanks for all you do. Let's walk on. That, my friends, is a serious buckrow, and there is several of them right around here. This little flat spot on the top of this ridge, I can count 8 or 10 of them just here within 20 feet of us. And like I said, they're going all the way up and down the trees. I seen those 4, and then I seen 2 or 3 other ones just 5-10 minutes ago. So this is an area that's very heavily deer populated. So very, very cool. Just another thing to just be incredibly happy to be out in nature. I've hunted pretty much my whole life. But it still gives a very deep adrenaline rush when you see a deer in the wild. It's just awesome. So let's hike on. Well, we're here at 4 Mile campsite, and pretty nice campsite. Sits up on the ridge line right now because there's no foliage on the trees. You can see that valley and up over onto the next ridge. The other side, you know, nothing really. You can't see through that wood line. But you know, like I said, it's a nice flat spot up on this ridge line. Got a really nice fire ring there, and then a couple of great areas to pop a tent up. So I don't know if you're leaving from Harper's Ferry, you know, you've only been 4 miles. I don't know if you're ready to camp yet, but if you're coming the other way, maybe something to consider. Nice spot. All right, let's hike on. Kind of eerie. Well, made it here to the David Lesser shelter. As you can see, pretty nice shelter actually, built very well. Log structure, concrete foundation, nice little deck. I'll show you around here. It's I went 9.5 miles, and it's good enough for today. Got a late start, and so not really wanting to walk into the darkness, so we'll call it good. Here's the back side. A couple nice windows, nice tin roof. Then you come around this side. And the actual living area. I don't know, I guess that's probably 16 feet. So I think you could probably sleep 3 to 4 comfortably. Beyond that, you're starting to kind of get in each other's way. Right now it appears to be there's a campground down there, and I see 110. Clearing around here, picnic area over there, and like I said, little probably 16 by 16 deck here. Here, get up in the bunk area. Nice little bench there. And so pretty nice, very solid. Haven't really been on gut hook, so I don't know if it's infested, but I don't see mouse droppings, so a little chilly too, so that may help. So anyways, I'm gonna break down and get some dinner. Good morning, everyone. March 2nd. So you can see, starting off good. We're here at the David Lesser Memorial Shelter. Good night. A little cold. It was supposed to be mid-20s. I guess it was probably about there. But I brought out the Cat's Meow sleeping bag with the Gore-Tex liner, and I was warm in that, so shivering now that I'm out of it, but warm in that all night. So I'm gonna get packed up, but good morning. Good morning, everybody. So we're back on the trail, and we're headed south again. We got about 11 miles to Bear's Den, and so the sun's up. It froze last night. All the streams and stuff are froze. So they said it was supposed to go to 25. I think it obviously went close to that. And but was in my sleeping bag. Sleeping bag worked great. Was warm all night. So I'm happy. So the David Lesser Memorial Shelter is right there. You can look through the woods. That's where we slept last night. That is the trail going north. And here's the trail going south. So let's get after it. Okay, so here we are on Buzzard Rocks view. And it is a pretty good view. Definitely have a good overlook. It hasn't been cleared away, but if you appreciate nature, then you appreciate that as well. So, you know, kind of best of both worlds. Try not to disturb nature, but as well giving people a place to view just a wide expanse of land. And that sure is, I think you can see there I assume that's the Shenandoah running down through there. I don't know what other body of water it could be. Yeah, I don't know how far we can see, but I would dare guess at least 20 miles. So awesome, awesome, very nice. Hey everybody, just came back down from Buzzard Rocks View and getting ready to continue south on the AT, and just thought I'd stop and give a little shout out. Yesterday I gave shout outs to both SOC Africa and 5th Special Forces Group, 2 units I served with, and I'd like to give a shout out today to NSOC Sojedif and all the men and women serving and that have served or are serving in NSOC Sojedif in Afghanistan. A unit I spent 15 months in, and was very proud, am very proud to be aligned with. Just a lot of great people have come through that unit and served our nation in Afghanistan, and regardless of your views on our involvement in Afghanistan, hopefully you can appreciate the fact that men and women are over there working hard to serve our nation's interests. So shout out to them. Thanks to all them men and women and all the people that I served with there. And then just to talk about a little trail communication, trail etiquette. So when I went up to Buzzard Rocks View, I put my trekking poles here, and this is a regular communication amongst hikers, that a hiker is up there. And so if you come along a pole or 2 poles stuck in the ground like that, don't think it's somebody abandoned them or lost them and you can take them, because there's probably a hiker within close proximity of them that'll be somewhat disappointed and angered that you decided to liberate their poles. So just something. And if you're wanting to talk to somebody, then you know if you follow this trail up, you're bound to run into another hiker. So just a little word on hiking. So I guess it's time. The sun's out, it's nice. I got my NSOC Sojedif hat on. I don't know how long I can wear it today, because it's supposed to get up in the 40s, and hiking with this pack, that may get a little hot. This morning when I put it on, it was frozen, so it's kind of stretchy material, but the frozen water molecules from sweating yesterday prevented that. So you know, anyways, again, shout out to those people. Let's hike on. All right, everybody. Whew, we did it. So we came through Wilson Gap, and I think you guys seen the snow as we were coming through near the sign for Wilson Gap. And I gotta tell you, ever since that sign all the way to here, I think we broke through it, but the last half mile's been on snow and ice, and whew, I didn't think we'd run into that today. That was some rough walking. So, but it looks like we're through it now. So I guess we can just, let's hike on. Well, one more time, crossing between Virginia and West Virginia. So, but that last view was very much worth it. Very nice. So we're about, I guess, 2-3 miles from Bear's Den. So getting close. It's somewhere around 1:30, I think. So we got plenty of time. So good day, a little hot as we got into that roller coaster area. And then I would say as well, like if you look at where we just came from, you know, little rock areas, and that's kind of been the case ever since we left Harper's Ferry. So still very great hike. With some really great views, and got to see countless deer, and so just an all-around great hike. But I would advise people to wear shoes with good ankle support, because again, there's areas where you run into, you know, this kind of thing where you're walking in these rocks for 30, 40, 50 yards. So just be prepared for that. Anyways, we got to get to Bear's Den, so let's hike on. We made it to the Bear's Den, as you've seen by that last clip, from the vantage point right behind the Bear's Den hostel that overlooks just an amazing amount of terrain. Great view, definitely worth seeing, and glad we could share that. And so now I'm back at my sister's. My sister lives 5-10 minutes from Bear's Den, so I had my brother-in-law pick me up and came here and showered and ate and relaxed and repacked, and now we're ready to go hit it again tomorrow. So hopefully you had a good day crossing streams and climbing snow-covered, ice-covered mountains and seeing deer, and just a whole lot of stuff going on today, to include me almost falling in the stream. So it was a great day. Glad we're out there. Look forward to tomorrow. We'll see you then.